signee in baseball. We are ready to go in Carbondale. Tip controlled, batted around, and Mater Dei has it. It's Brendan Timmerman. Calls out play number 3, and we see Carterville in man to get this night started here at the arena. Down low, Gerling. Left hand or right hand layup, good.
That's one thing I don't think Carterville has an answer for tonight. Not a lot of teams do. Gerling is just that good and that tall.
Yep, Gerling. The only place that bothers him is the foul line. He's had some issues shooting free throws. This Mater Dei team has not shot well. There's a 3 on the way by Will Gallick. No good, but Heil shoves it up and in. Mater Dei has struggled from the foul line this year, just barely 60%. Ben Lampe with it on the right wing up top. This is Zach Hockey, 6'7", can handle it. One of their more adept three-point shooters as well. Brendan Timmerman on the left wing. High post Lampe. They like to do a lot of high-low. Lampe's coming off a couple of strong games. Missed the layup. Batted around, tip to Gallick of Carterville. The Lions on the run. Here's a 3 on the way. Watson off the mark. Long rebound, batted around, and it's Sam Tunyas with the rebound. Back the other way in transition. Lampe layup up and in. And Danny, don't let their size fool you. The Knights like to play in-line to in-line.
In-line to in-line, they will play no matter how tall they are. They come in tall off the bench as well. They don't lose much height when they sub out.
Yeah, Langenhorst, one of their first guys, goes about 6'6". And we've got a foul on the floor, says Chuck Taylor. That was Matt Gallick, dribble driving. They say identical. We can tell by height. There's about a 3-inch height difference. Other than that, they are clones. They lob into Heil. Does Watson out above the arc. This is Austin Swalls with it. Now a 3, Watson. He missed that one. A lot of contact. Heil the rebound. Up with the left hand. Won't go. Hockey the board for Mater Dei. In transition. Timmerman on the right wing. They drop it to the baseline. Ben Lampe into the paint. Now Tunyas. Spin move. Sam Tunyas up in fouled. He'll go to the line.
Tough shot there. You could hear the thump maybe through the mic on IHSA TV. You could hear the foul, and it's on Matt Gallick, his first to team's first. And his Mater Dei team will try to pound it inside that or dribble in and let their post players take it on the handoff.
And again, you look at Mater Dei and see all that size and think they want a half-court game. They're a better ball club in transition. Free throw up and good. Sam Tunyas has 3 here in the early going. It's a 7-2 Mater Dei lead. We're 2 minutes in here at the SIU Arena. Broadcasting tonight on IHSA.TV. Watson, no one comes to guard, and he holds the ball. Now gives to Will Gallick behind the back dribble, and his layup is good. Gallick answers 7-4. The Knights of Mater Dei on top. About 35 miles east of St. Louis are the Knights in Clinton County in Breeze, Illinois. Down low, Gerling spins and scores.
You get it in there, and if you get it, catch it there on the block, you can go to the other end. I mean, anybody that's that tall or that good or both is going to score. That's not where you want the ball to get to. More perimeter defense needed from Carterville.
Yeah, you've got to deny that entry pass better than the Lions have. Will Gallick, deep 3 is good. Well, Will Gallick trying to keep him right in this. He's got 5. And it's 9-7 Mater Dei. Early going. Class 2A Super in Carbondale. Zach Hockey out on the right wing. Will flip it back to Brendan Timmerman. Timmerman, one of 5 seniors. This Mater Dei lineup. Now Hockey down low. Gerling got free, and a layup is good.
Good look, good catch in traffic. Gerling had to catch out one-handed. Boy, he made a nice catch with a one-hand mitt.
Scott Brzezinski needs some beef, and he's going to turn to Gavin James at our first dead ball. They're going to give James the task. Here's a deep 3. Gallick won't go. And the rebound is Sam Tunyas. Mater Dei in transition. Hockey drives the baseline. Went for the dunk. It got blocked. He got fouled. I think it's going to be Taylor Heil of Carterville.
But if you're Carterville, you have to challenge them early. You can't let Carterville or Mater Dei get in there and take those shots to the rim. Or Mater Dei, you got to be Carterville. You got to challenge and take your chances on that.
The problem with denying passes is Mater Dei is so tall and so long. They can just throw right over the top. Hockey's free throw is up and good. Mater Dei lead is 12-7. And here comes the aforementioned Gavin James. and Taylor Heil will sit.
Swalls got the foul for Carterville. His dad, the starting quarterback for the ZR football team in '82 that won Class 1A football.
You are a wealth. You are the Fort Knox of information on this Tuesday night. Hockey's next is a round and off. It won't go. Rebound, Austin Swalls. And across the timeline comes Matt Gallick for Carterville. It's 12-7 Mater Dei. And the ball tipped, deflected out of bounds, off Swalls. It'll go to Mater Dei.
The passes that you do, more than not, in most games, side to side to your buddy on the wing or whatever, you're not going to be able to do. You're going to have to bounce those in. The length of Mater Dei will take passes like that and turn them into turnovers.
Mater Dei tries to enter it, throws it away, back the other way. Gallick on the run fouled, and I think they're going to get Zach Deiters of Breeze Mater Dei. Last to state in '96. They played, before going independent, they played in the Mid-State Conference.
Mid-State 6.
Yes,
Shelbyville.
They played Shelbyville.
Wow.
Two conference teams got together in that title game, won by the Rams of Shelbyville and Coach Sean Taylor. Here's Matt Gallick, dribble drive with the left hand. He's fouled and will go to the line. The winner of this will play at 8:30 on Friday night. Looks like Nick Pullman was set to check in, and Ron Shadig pulls him back. Shadig, very successful in Florida at Timber Creek High School. The old Beach Boys song, "Be True to Your School."
Yep.
Mater Dei.
They brought his team to the holiday tournament, and they found him.
Yep, after his resignation of Brian Perks 2 years ago, took this job and has won 43 ball games. Both free throws good. Carterville back to within 3. It's 12-9. A little pressure broken by the Knights. Dribble drive, runner, Sam Tunyas, no good. On board, up, no good. Ball fought for, batted out of bounds. It'll go to the Lions.
Carterville doing a much better job rebounding, and considering the size deficit they had, they've done a good job of getting a body on the blue-cladded Knights here early on.
See Mater Dei with a little token pressure. Deiters challenged the ball. Matt Gallick across the timeline gives to Blake Watson. Now with it, Gavin James. Right side it goes to Matt Gallick. He drives, pulls up from 16. Might have been deflected, no good. Hockey the rebound. The Knights look to run. Hockey pushing tempo into the front court. Left-hand dribble. Had it poked away by Gallick. Now picked up to Deiters. Timmerman, far side, right side. Check that, that's Sam Tunyas. This is Deiters down low. They enter it to Gerling. Back to the basket. He posts up, goes to work on James. Had it stripped and knocked out of bounds. And it'll go over. Good job, Austin Swalls. It went off Gerling and will go over to Carterville. 3:01 left in this.
And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to X-cut down to the block and bring an extra guy to make Gerling give it up or double team him where he doesn't know which side to go to.
With it now, a long three that won't go. That's off the mark by Matt Gallick, but he got his own board. And now a two-point shot, a two-pointer. Foot on the line, Will Gallick. And we've got an official's timeout stopping play. I think one official said 2, one official said 3. And let's see, now they call it a 3. So rather than it being 12-11, Mr. Zerwinski, we're all level at 12. 2:41 to go in this opening quarter from the arena in Carbondale. And if this place holds 9,000, I'd say we're at about 5,500.
Well, that 3 was given. Tied it at 12 now.
Ben Lampy, he's played well the last couple of nights out for Mater Dei. He's fouled by Gavin James working the left baseline.
And Mater Dei again getting to the line, getting to the rim first, then to the line. That's what Carterville will have to do perimeter-wise to stop that drive there by Mater Dei.
To the line, Ben Lampy. His free throw is up and good. Left-handed touch. Lampy's got 3. Gerling was 6. Leading scorer right now, Will Gallick has 8 of Carterville's 12. Lampy's next is good, so it's 14-12. Mater Dei, 2.5 minutes to go opening quarter. The winner to Peoria, the loser to the Ball Diamond. With it is Gallick, Matt Gallick. Now Will Gallick Three in and out, no good. Ben Lampe the rebound for the Knights of Breeze Mater Dei. Pullman, he just checked in. That's Nick Pullman, 6'1" junior guard. Hockey will drive, cross courts it to Pullman. Now Lampe at the foul line. Spin with a runner, won't go, fouled. He'll go to the line.
Mater Dei able to get the ball on the floor and get to the rim. That time to spin, a lot of reaching right now. Matt Gallick has just picked up his second foul, and that's huge for Carterville this early in the game.
Hey, to purchase a DVD keepsake copy of tonight's event, click on the blue, get the DVD button directly under your event in the video player, or click on the Buy a DVD button on top right-hand corner of the NFHS Network website. Free throw missed by Lampe. Today's game also available for all subscribers via our mobile website. Log on to nfhsnetwork.com from your smartphone or tablet and view live games or replays from anywhere. Lampe got one of two. The Mater Dei lead is 3, 15-12. We go underneath 2 minutes in the first quarter at the SIU Arena. Will Gallick between circles. Pitches to his brother Matt. Now it's Blake Watson. Down low, tough move. Gallick couldn't get it to go. Out of bounds to Mater Dei.
Getting his shots, not getting a lot to fall. 3 shots early for him.
Will Gallick, 6'4", but thin, to say the very least. He needs a couple weeks at our training table. We'd have him up to snuff.
It would be up to snuff. He would match our training table, but he, again, is using his wiry, strong body to get inside against his height, at least on the offensive end.
They're going to run and double Pullman. He's trapped near the half line. He got rid of it to Lampe. Now Hockey. He'll drive into the paint. Tough runner won't go. And the rebound to Gavin James. Carterville, the Lions down 3 with the ball, coming left to right in this opening half of basketball from the SIU Arena in Carbondale. Super-Sectional is going on all over the state of Illinois tonight. Winner of this will play either Chicago Hales Franciscan or Uplift rather. Deep 3, Watson, long, won't go. Rebound Pullman. That Uplift ball club is something else. They are the favorite over Hales in that Chicago Super-Sectional. We go under a minute. Mater Dei 15, Carterville 12. Hockey, Zach Hockey in front of the Carterville bench. Now Lampe down low, up and over and good. He got it over Heil and scored. 5-point Mater Dei lead. Matches its biggest of the night. Blake Watson across the half line. He'll give it to Will Gallick. Gallick matched up with Hockey, uses a James screen. Tough shot up and around, won't go. Nolan Gerling of Mater Dei the rebound. The Knights, let's see if they play for one. Dieters to Hockey. 3 on the way is good.
Yep. I consider Hockey, he's kind of the smooth in Mater Dei, the way he plays.
Yeah, I told you, he is very adept from the arc. Under 10, now 6 to go. 20-12 Mater Dei. Watson almost traveled. Now Gallick fouled. He drew Hockey into the air, and Hockey and Gallick collide. Everybody appears to be okay. Ball out of bounds. Blake Watson to do the honors for Carterville. Right in front of the Mater Dei cheering section, and Blake Langenhorst checks in, 6'5".
One thing about Mater Dei, they will play 7, 8, 9 guys. Carterville, maybe a couple guy rotation, not much after that as far as playing people.
On the inbound, Watson looking, finally gets it in. And a long 3 to end the quarter is off the mark from Austin Swalls at the end of 1. It's gone the way of Mater Dei. The Knights 20, Carterville 12. You're watching the Class 2A Super-Sectional on IHSATV.com, part of the NFHS Network.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
He said it's not IHSA documented.
We are back at SIU Carbondale. Class 2A Super-Sectional. Mike McManus, Danny Zerwinski with you. After one, it's Mater Dei with an 8-point lead. And Danny, we saw the best of both worlds for the Knights. The ability to pound the basketball inside to Nolan Gerling, and then the shooting of Lampy and Zach Hockey as well.
And that's the double-headed monster that is Mater Dei, as you will see here as this game progresses. Mater Dei's a team not afraid to mix it up. They can run the floor, but they can also go half court.
1-2-2 zone, and now they're going to trap out of that. This is Gallick, high post James. Back to Gallick. 3 is off the mark. Rebound, Gerling had it, lost it, picked up by Sam Tunyas of the Knights, and Mater Dei wants to run. Timmerman ahead to Hockey. Step back, 3, missed it. Gerling had the rebound, but it winds up with Will Gallick, and now a steal by Timmerman. Terrific play by Brendan Timmerman.
The length of Mater Dei causing some problems here for Carterville, and Lions right now confused, at least up until this point, of who they have on this defensive set.
Hockey down low, Gerling draws a double team. Flips it up, won't go, in and out, a foul. They're going to get Ben Lampy under the basket. Had a hold of the arm of Austin Swalls.
That's his second, team's 5th. Carterville right now only down 8, shooting woes a little bit in that first quarter. The Lions 4 of 17.
They like to shoot it from the perimeter, don't they? And against this Mater Dei team, you really don't have many other options.
If you miss, you're not going to get a lot of boards, so you better be shooting a high percentage.
They are so long, even at guard. While they're not the biggest guys in the world, they're both 6 foot, 6'1". Here's a 3 from Swalls, is good on the left baseline.
And that helps out. If Carterville can sniper a little bit, that'll offset some of the size and length they have to go against here.
Boy, Mater Dei had Gerling and missed him. Now they'll kick it out top. Zach Diter's a 3. That's good.
Mr. Consistency off the bench is what I like to call Mr. Diter.
Just match basket for basket. 23 for Mater Dei, 15 for Carterville. We have 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Blake Watson of Carterville, dribble drive, backs out. Now with it, Will Gallick of Carterville. The Lions trying to get to Peoria. Blocked by Hockey and recovered by Hockey. Zach in the front court, left-hand dribble. Dumps it down, Gerling. In traffic, scores.
And Mater Dei pulling away.
Scott Brzezinski, the head coach of Carterville, wants a timeout. It's just a 30-second timeout. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events, not only from Illinois, Danny, but from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school.
For the second sport this year, these two teams are playing in the postseason. These two teams opened up the Class 4A football playoffs at Carterville in November, in which the Lions won, so the Knights probably looking for a little payback here, among other things.
Yeah, Tunyas, a member, Sam Tunyas, guard for Mater Dei. I believe the only football player in the front 5 for the Knights of head coach Ron Shattuck. Again, one of the more memorable SIU Class A Supers ever to be played. Back in '84, the Knights were on the losing end with Ron Shattuck, one of the guards on that club, losing to McLeansboro. 31 years later, he's back. Boy, big screen set by James. He got it blocked by Gerling. And they're going to call a foul on Nolan Gerling.
Gerling at 6'8", got a lot of Wilson that time. But they said he got him with the body. And a lot of times when you have kids that are 6'7", 6'8", officials at the high school level maybe not used to seeing a block shot, called the foul.
The Mater Dei night student section clad in togas. About 12 rows, 13 rows deep.
Carterville kids have fat heads of everybody.
Yeah, free throw. Both free throws good by Gavin James of Carterville. 5:53 to play in this first half. We've moved along quite nicely. Here's Brendan Timmerman. Had it stolen by Watson. Up ahead, Gallick. He'll dunk it with the left hand. Will Gallick. And an official's timeout, stopping play. The ball got loose. Gallick brings the folks from Williamson County to life. Now we see that 1-2-2 pressure, broken easily this time by Mater Dei. Diders out on the left baseline. Dumps it down low, reverse layup, good. Sam Tunyas.
Spacing for Mater Dei good, ball chasing for Carterville bad.
And again, their ability to just see passing lanes because they are so long, so tall. Swallows to Will Gallick. Down low, Gavin James, tough shot, no good. Rebound cleared out of there. The other way, Tunyas, layup good.
There we go. Mater Dei tall, but they will like to run, and now running into a 10-point lead now.
They're going to get Matt Gallick back into the game. Are the Lions of Carterville. Here's Will Gallick. Pulls it out after taking a couple of dribbles into the teeth of this Mater Dei zone. And Watson now surveying the landscape, and we've got a foul away from the ball, and I believe it's Sam Tunyas of Breeze Mater Dei. Second in 96. Fourth in 1974.
Yep.
Coached by current state representative John Cavaletto.
Mater Dei very successful. Mainly, a lot of people know them volleyball.
Six state titles.
Yeah, they like to play volleyball.
The young ladies come out of the hospital bumping, setting, and spiking after they're born. It's a religion in Clinton County. Free throw by Gallick is missed, back iron, and Nolan Gerling of the Knights corrals the rebound. Now it's Pullman. Down low, Tunyas cutting, gives to Gerling. What unselfishness, Danny. The easy basket, and it's a 12-point Mater Dei lead. Timeout taken by the Lions. It's a full timeout. You're watching the Class 2A Super on IHSA TV, part of the NFHS Network. Back at the SIU Arena in Carbondale, Mike McManus, Danny Zerwinski with you. It's Mater Dei trying to run away, 31-19. Carterville coming out of a full timeout, down a dozen. And boy, a lot of people were shocked to see that score when Mater Dei beat Nashville by 20 to win the Carlisle Regional. And Danny, they play like this, there might be more blowouts forthcoming. The Knights really clicking right now.
Well, they may not be a favorite if they win here tonight in Peoria.
Deep three, Gallick won't go, and Nolan Gerling another rebound. Pullman into the front court. This is Nick Pullman, junior, one of the few juniors that see varsity time for the Knights senior-laden ball club. Sam Tunyas with it. Diders to Pullman on the left wing. Diders up top. Now it's Langenhorst. They go down low to Gerling. Draws a double team. That ball might have been deflected, and Will Gallick of Carterville the rebound. Into the front court, this is Matt Gallick. He'll pull up three, left it short. Gerling, yet another board.
A lot of perimeter right now by Carterville, settling for that perimeter jumper, and they're not falling, and Mater Dei just keeps plugging away.
Pullman, he had a nice game in the sectional against Pinckneyville. Here's Zach Diders. He'll go down low, throw it off the glass, no good. Rebound, Gavin James. Carterville's got a run out. Matt Gallick, 1-on-3, thinks better of it. Now can't find anyone, so he lofts up a 12-footer. Gerling, yet another rebound. And a timeout taken by Mater Dei and head coach Ron Shadig. It is a 30-second timeout. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network. Watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. The NFHS Network, proud to partner with Under Armour on a new fast-paced and entertaining weekly show, Under Armour Highlights of the Week. Go to the NFHS network to watch, and if you see a great highlight, send it in at UA Highlights at NFHSnetwork.com. You might just make the show. What a show here early by Mater Dei. The Knights lead by a dozen.
Carterville right now, shot selection questionable in this second quarter. A lot of outside shots.
Well, Danny, you can get those shots that they're taking at any point in any possession. Probably Scott Brzezinski would like a little better first look at the bucket, I am sure. Here is Nick Pullman for the Knights. Up top, Hockey. Middle of the paint, Lampy spins, partially blocked. Cleared out of there by Gavin James, and now the Lions. Well, looked like they wanted to run. Watson gives to Matt Gallick. Now Will Gallick to Matt. Twin brothers, twin ACT, perfect scores of 36. Gallick missed the layup. Hockey fights in there for the rebound, and then Gallick reached in and fouled him. It's Will Gallick. Ron Shattuck lightly pleads for an intentional foul. That's not going to happen.
Frustration going on right now if you're Carterville. You're not making shots. You've only made 2 out of the 8 in this quarter so far, and a frustration foul that time.
Hockey will bring it across the half line, Mater Dei. And it's Columbia blue. Hockey lost it, but fouled. Let's see who they get. They got Will Gallick again.
So the Gallick twins have 2 fouls apiece.
I was going to say, that was 2 fouls in about 7 seconds. Now Scott Brzezinski will have to get into that bench. We'll see Darian Miller check into the lineup for the Lions.
Another thing is this huge Carterville crowd here tonight kind of been stymied by the start by Mater Dei. They've been taken out of the game.
They have been on their hands for most of the night. A baseline inbound, Gerling, mid-post to Hockey, right wing. Sam Tunyas. Now Hockey will dribble it back out. Reset this Mater Dei offense. Dribble drive, right baseline, up top, Gerling. Now Nick Pullman. Down low, Gerling. 3 on the way. Hockey is good from straight away. At 6'7", Danny, he's just a matchup nightmare.
Yep, outside guy. Nobody can guard him from Carterville. The height not there.
Gallick with it. Now Gavin James at the foul line. They'll kick it out to Matt Gallick. Minute 50 to go before halftime. It's been all Mater Dei here tonight at the Arena in Carbondale, home of the SIU Salukis. Gallick into the paint. Little floater with 2 hands. Won't go. Hockey there to clear it off the rim. Tunyas will jog it over the half line. Knights with the basketball. 90 seconds to go. Scott Brzezinski hunched over, clapping, trying to get his team play some better defense. Down low, Gerling got free and got fouled, and Nolan Gerling to the line.
The perimeter defense for Carterville. They're not pressuring the ball, thus the entry pass. Very easy to get into the post for the Knights, and if you get it that far to Gerling, you're either going to see a foul like then or you're going to see a basket more times than not, and the advantage goes to Mater Dei, up by 15 already.
And have some substitutions as Gerling's free throw is good. Deiters, Langenhorst, and Brendan Timmerman for Mater Dei, and Taylor Heil. 32, Will Gallick back in playing with those 2 fouls.
Gerling made the first free throw.
Now the last time I saw him, he was 4 for 13 at the line. And that lost to Centralia. That one's missed. And Blake Watson the rebound. So the Lions in a big hole early. With a minute 15 to go to halftime. Blake Watson has it, surveys the floor, and hands it off to Will Gallick. Gallick guarded by Blake Langenhorst. Now double teamed, lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lions, and Gallick's saying he might have been fouled on that play. And
he's still chirping right now.
Larry Barnett says, let's play ball. Watson will inbound for the Lions. Oh, and a big collision away from the ball. 3 no good. Gerling the rebound. The Knights wanted to run, and now Timmerman puts on the brakes. Kind of looks like Langenhorst and one of the Carterville players got together trying to fight through a screen. Brendan Timmerman with it. for the 24-win Mater Dei outfit. This is Langenhorst between circles. They'll go back up top to Zach Deiters. Deiters dribbles, gives back up top Timmerman. Maybe one shot here for Mater Dei. Why not? Everything else has gone the way of the Knights here in this opening half. Timmerman spins, lost it to the floor, and he called a timeout. Good job by Larry Barnett to recognize the official that he absolutely got the hands put together. It's a 30-second timeout. We can tell you that you're watching live coverage of the IHSA Class 2A Super-Sectional on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA, your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of IHSA championship action. Mater Dei cheerleaders trying to get the student section into this. Oh, big crowd from Clinton County behind us.
When you look around the arena tonight, it's as full as it's been in a long time. Carterville 10 minutes away. Mater Dei with a team.
About an hour and 45 minutes away.
With a team that they feel like can make a run, and obviously they have. One win away from Peoria with a 16-point lead here. Both these games here tonight have been blowout varieties, at least early on.
20 seconds to go in the half. Here's Nick Pullman of Mater Dei to Deiters. Pullman in between circles, guarded by Blake Watson. Now it's Zach Deiters with 7, now 6. Hockey steps back, crosses it. Deiters, 3. Got it. Almost perfect basketball for Mater Dei through 2 quarters, and the Knights, well, they are feeling it. They lead Carterville at halftime, 38-19. You're watching the Class 2A Super-Sectional from Carbondale on IHSA TV, part of the NFHS Network.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle, but excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
Hey, where are you going? You can't get by me. I'm #1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm #1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Back on IHSA TV from the SIU Arena in Carbondale. Mike McManus, Danny Zerwinski with you. It's Breeze Mater Dei 13, Carterville 19. We're at the break. The winner advances to Carver Arena, plays Friday night against either Hales Franciscan or Chicago Uplift in the late semifinal game from Carver Arena in Peoria. And Danny, 16 more minutes like they just had, and it's pretty safe to say it's going to be the young men from Clinton County making that 3-hour bus ride north to Peoria.
Mater Dei has played very well here early on and often. They've gotten the ball inside. They've dribbled into the rim, tried to get to the rim to get fouled or not, and Mater Dei has played very well, and Carterville has sniped from the outside. The Lions had 5 players scored in the first half. Will Gallick had 10 to lead the way, but then Austin Swalls 3, Matt Gallick 2, Taylor Heil 2, and Gavin James had 2. For Mater Dei, they were led in scoring by Nolan Gerling with 11. Sam Tunyas had 7, as did Zach Hockey 7, Ben Lampy 7, and Zach Dieters had 6. The Lions were only 3 of 14 from two-point range, 21%, 3 of 13 from the arc for 23. The Lions go 6 of 27 from the field in the first half for 23%. Mater Dei was 11 of 18 from two-point range, 61%, 4 of 5 from the arc for 80. The Knights go 15 of 23 from the field for 65% in the first half. Free throw shooting even at 67%. Carterville 4 out of 6. Mater Dei 6 out of 9. While rebounding went to Carterville. Carterville trails rebounding 18-14. And the turnovers, Mater Dei 3, Carterville 2. Halftime score, Mater Dei 38, Carterville 19.
It's been all Mater Dei for 16 minutes. Can the Lions make a run? We'll find out. You're watching the Class 2A Super-Sectional from Carbondale on IHSA TV, part of the NFHS network. We are back at Carbondale, just about set for the second half of the IHSA Class A 2A Super-Sectional from the arena tonight. Mater Dei up comfortably here at half, and Danny, if you're Carterville, these certainly are uncharted waters. There are 4 losses this year. They lost by 3 to Riverview Gardens, Missouri, had the lead against Carbondale in the fourth before falling by 7. Then lost a tight 5-point game with Nashville in early January. Their only loss by double digits came to Pinckneyville on January the 16th. That, incidentally, the last loss. The Lions have absorbed 14 wins in a row. It's going to be tough to get to 15 if the Knights continue to play as they did in that opening half.
Well, right now, Mater Dei has done everything correctly. It's one of those things where the Knights have done what they needed to do, and of course they are ahead. They're putting it inside, and then when they get an opportunity, they're running the floor. And Carterville right now, a lot of settling for shots outside the perimeter, on the perimeter, and that is an issue right now for the Lions. They're not hitting any shots.
2 quarters left to go here in Carbondale. Mater Dei will have the basketball to begin this second half. Leading over to Lions. The Lions out of the Mississippi division of the River to River Conference. Long a standout powerhouse in football, won a state title in football. 1996, I believe, was the year the Lions did that. And of course, girls softball also very strong for the Lions.
The winner gets Chicago Uplift.
Uplift, a very good basketball
beat
team.
Franciscan 67-61.
So Mater Dei trying to get to Peoria. They were part of the inaugural state tournament in Peoria in 1996, finishing second. They get it inbounded to Zach Hockey. With it now, Sam Tunyas. He'll give it back to Hockey between circles, just starting here in the second half. Hockey goes to post up down low and slide it across to Timmerman. Try to get a pass down low to Tunyas. Ball deflected out of bounds by the Lions. Mater Dei will keep it.
And a big opening, every opening of the third quarter game is big, we know, but this one's even bigger in this situation for Carterville.
Gerling missed it. Ball tapped out of bounds. It will go to the Lions of Carterville. Gerling has not missed many around the bucket tonight. He's got 11 points to lead Mater Dei. Will Gallick's 10 leading Carterville. And of course, each Gallick brother playing with 2 fouls. Watson a 3. He left it short. Sam Tunyas, the board for the Knights, 24-10 on the year. Ben Lampe goes to work down low, right around Swalls. Layup good.
9 points for him, and it's starting to be all Knights.
Yeah, Lampe has really come on scoring-wise of late. Only averaged about 8 a game. Heil shot no good. Gerling aboard. He's got 9 here tonight. In transition comes Mater Dei. Lampe spun right into a wall that was Taylor Heil, and he traveled with the basketball. Pullman in. Seen a lot more of Nick Pullman as in the latter stages of the regular season and postseason for Mater Dei. He comes in. Timmerman comes out. Scott Brzezinski, the Carterville coach, wants play number 5. Number 5 has it now. That's Watson. Here's Will Gallick. Around Hockey. Left-hand runner, not good. And loose ball picked up by Hockey after the rebound by Nolan Gerling. Hockey still on the dribble. Throws it back to Lampe. Pullman has it out above the 3-point line. Ron Shadiga off the Mater Dei bench calling out instructions and a play call to his club.
You might see Mater Dei not actually stall, but they're going to run it where they get touches inside.
Absolutely. Shorten this game up. Holding the big lead. Here's Lampe. Down into the paint. A lot of contact, no foul. Gallick the other way. This is Matt Gallick. One-on-one around Pullman. Missed the layup. Rebound Hockey. And now Mater Dei with numbers the other way. Near collision. Ball picked up. Pullman might have double dribbled. Lampe got the layup.
Let it go. Yeah. Took advantage, and they play on.
And now stolen by Pullman. And he gets a timeout. It's all going the way of Breeze Mater Dei. Let's see if this is a 30-second or full timeout. It is a full timeout. You're watching the Class 2A Super-Sectional on IHSA TV, part of the NFHS network.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle, but excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
back on the floor at the SIU Arena. Mike McManus, Danny Zerwinski. Glad you're with us tonight on IHSA TV. Mater Dei with the ball and the lead midway through quarter number 3. Some of the folks I thought would stick around from the opening game. They've headed home.
It's time to go home, pack, and make plans if you're Meridian.
Absolutely. Get those hotel rooms. Tough to get hotel rooms in Peoria nailed down. Ball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Breeze Mater Dei. Good defense there by Gallick. Matt Gallick. Knights have never trailed in this contest. They go down low as they have all night long to Gerling, and a foul on Taylor Heil of Carterville. I believe that's 3 on Heil.
Hand-to-hand combat in the paint right now, not going well. Once you let Gerling get posted up and catch it in there, it's not going to help you at all.
Actually, that's only the first foul on Heil. I apologize. So the first on Heil, first for either side here in this second half. Pullman. Boy, good defense by Watson. Now they come and trap the ball, and Watson steals it. Swalls collects it, missed the runner, got his own board, and we've got a travel on Austin Swalls. Carterville, good call by Larry Barnett. He didn't have to drive far tonight either.
No.
Native of Makanda.
And Carterville right now battling against themselves a little bit, just cannot get anything to go right.
It's tough enough. The guys in blue have been quite forceful. Ball stripped away by Hockey. That's Matt Gallick. Tried to bounce it. Boy, good defense by Sam Tunyas of Mater Dei. Never stopped hustling. Knocked the ball away from Austin Swalls. The Lions will be forced inbound under their own bucket. Lob into Heil out behind the arc. Swalls. 3 Watson. Blocked by Hockey. A little bit of contact there as well. Ahead. Lampy. Layup. Good. Fouled. He'll go to the line.
And this Mater Dei team is showing why they've been very good all year. A favorite of many to get out to Peoria, and right now running away with it.
That size. That's in a lot of nights for Blake Watson. That's an uncontested 3.
And I think a time in postseason when you're at home or you're in front of a big crowd like Carterville here and you don't get out to a good start and your crowd settles down as the free throw's made, sometimes you lose that energy and momentum as a team and you start looking around because your crowd's sitting.
Biggest lead of the night for the Knights of Mater Dei Catholic.
Most of the non-paying, or I should say the paying fans that don't have a rooting interest in this one will probably be taken off here.
Gallick floats it with the left hand and scores. First points of the half for Carterville, and a full timeout taken by the Lions. You're watching the Class 2A Super-Sectional from Carbondale on IHSA TV. Back to the arena in Carbondale. Mike McManus, Danny Zerwinski with you. It's Mater Dei with a comfortable lead midway through this third quarter over Carterville. So Carterville in 87, you said, made its last Super-Sectional appearance. They lost to Oakville, huh?
Yeah, lost to Oakville 38-36.
I don't know why I was thinking it was West Frankfort.
Well, that would have been in 80. Let's see, hold
that
on.
Was
86 was West Frankfort. 87 was Oakville beating Carterville here.
Okay, I thought my memory was playing tricks on me.
Nope, Frankfort with David Lee goes to the Final Four that year, gets 4th.
With the ball here is Mater Dei's Zach Hockey. Now Pullman, and he's fouled by Will Gallick of Carterville.
lot of reaching right now. Carterville is going to be in that scramble gamble mode, as we like to call it, where they're going to start reaching and start going for the ball and making some plays they're probably not normally used to doing, being down 24.
Well, I promise you, they have not played a team this big. The Knights are one of the longer, more athletic groups you'll see. Spinning Gerling from 3, missed it. And the rebound, Heil of Carterville. Now the Knights on the run. Watson up ahead. Had it poked away, and Pullman comes away with it. Good job by Zach Diders. Now Pullman kicks it over to Hockey. Down low, great pass. Lampy foul.
Passing over the defense. Teams usually cannot do that with Carterville. The height of Mater Dei allows them to see over the top, and they get the passing done from the left wing to the right block.
Gavin James of the Lions will check in after the first free throw. That was the 3rd foul on Austin Swalls of Carterville. It's one of the reasons why, although Mater Dei, when you watch them play, they're not terrific ball handlers, Danny, but you can't press them because they can just throw it right over the top.
They don't need the dribble. They can throw over the top, run the X, run the slide up down the sideline. They don't need the dribble, and they can break the press that way.
Lampy got the first, got the second. Mater Dei has outscored Carterville 9-2 here in this second half. Adding to its lead, Gallick pulls up, missed it from 17. It was Matt Gallick, and then Will Gallick got the board, got fouled. He'll go to the line.
Now, Carterville needs a spark of anything right now.
All starts on the other end with stops. And this Mater Dei offense has been hard to stop. Will Gallick got the first.
A Alvarado High School tie, as Scott Brzezinski, of course, prepped at Sesser, coached at Alvarado before going to Carterville, played here at SIU as well.
Gallick got 1 of 2. Gerling got yet another rebound. Nick Pullman now into the front court. Gallick lost his mouthpiece, and he comes up and ties Pullman. Nope. They're going to call a foul on Matt Gallick of Carterville. Pullman got a little loose with the basketball, and Gallick, who's going to talk to Larry Barnett about the call.
He came in and reached down, and anytime you reach down on the ball or reach down over the arm, that's an issue. As Carterville right now down because of a 22-3 run by the Knights so far.
3 fouls now on Gallick. Here's Hockey, Zach Hockey in front of the Mater Dei bench. Up top, Nick Pullman. Tunyas matched up with Swalls. Pushes over, Hockey, 3 around and off, no good. Rebound, Blake Watts, or check that, Swalls of Carterville. He pulls it into the front court. It's been 19 years for Mater Dei, 3 on the way. By Swalls won't go. They'll say off Zach Diders of Mater Dei, and the Lions will keep it. Down a bundle here, late 3rd. Inbounded, Will Gallick, up from 16, won't go. Watson a rebound. Now Matt Gallick. Swalls, 3, missed it. Finally, Ford looks at the basket. Hockey clears it for the Knights. Sam Tunyas spins away, behind the back, and then got fouled by Gallick. There's your technical. No, they didn't call it.
Could have very well called it on that. Lost a little emotion as Gallick picked up his 4th. And very lucky he wasn't a 5th for a tee.
And a good job by Scott Brzezinski here to get Gallick, I'm thinking, out of the game as Darian Miller checks in. Again, when you've won 14 in a row, you're not used to being frustrated. And the Lions, who are 26-4, have had a little to be frustrated about all season. Down low, Tunyas had it blocked by Swalls. Got it back, got it up, air ball. Gerling shoves it up, won't go. Got his own board, up, and offensive foul on Gerling of Breeze Mater Dei.
And Mater Dei that time 3 and 4 times, you know, and you give a team like that a rarity that they don't score there, but you give them 3 or 4 times every time down the floor, most times you're not going to have a chance in this one.
They're showing the foul, my apologies, Danny, on Lampy. I thought it was Gerling. Gallick, Will Gallick, trying to will his team back into the game. Missed it, but was fouled. They're going to put that on Hockey.
That's his 2nd.
Hockey,
3rd.
Haake.
An impressive Mater Dei team. Not at all big-eyed about the lights and the bright atmosphere here tonight at Carbondale.
When you have played the likes of Altoff and Carbondale and Edwardsville, Centralia, Belleville West, T-Town, Teutopolis, Nashville, Breeze Central. Yep.
The Nashville Invitational Tournament, one of the better and arguably the best midwinter tournament in the state as far as 1A, 2A schools are concerned.
You had 4 of the 5 teams were state rated this year in Class 2A. Girling ahead, missed it. Mater Dei shared the title at Nashville. They did not employ a tie-breaking system. Gallic a 3, won't go. Just has been able to get untracked all night from the perimeter. Tunyas ahead on a bounce to Hockey. Flips it down low, back to Tunyas. Reverse layup, good.
Sharing the basketball, and that is the carrying that Mater Dei does by going up by 25.
Terrific pass from Zach Hockey. He will throw the baseball at Arkansas State. There's a shot by Gallic, no good. Hockey the rebound, Tunyas ahead. On a bounce, Timmerman overran the basketball. But he gets it to Zach Diders. Everything tonight has gone the way of the Knights. And Ron Shadig says, let's run some offense with 1:11 to go here in the third. Well, with this game, crazier things have happened, Danny. But with this game heading the way Mater Dei wants, Hockey got alone, got free, got fouled. Gavin James had to come over and clamp down.
And that will put Mater Dei in the bonus for the rest of the game.
They're going to get Langenhorst back in. Blake Langenhorst, I just wonder at what point do you maybe think about resting some up, maybe midway through the fourth or so. If it stays this deep a margin, we have 1 minute remaining. Nolan Gerling, who rarely comes off the floor for Mater Dei, will take a seat as Jordan Campworth, another one of those 6'5" bodies off the bench for Mater Dei. The next, Hockey got them both.
Smooth with 9.
Yeah, and he will check out, and Langenhorst will check in. Blake Langenhorst, 6'5". 1 minute left here in the third. Swalls extended out on the left wing, gives it up to James. Gallic fouled Sam Tunyas of Mater Dei. That'll be the 4th team foul. Mater Dei, by the way, will be in the bonus for the entire fourth quarter. 17 fouls on Carterville. Sam Tunyas will get a breather as Nick Pullman checks back in.
A quiet arena with the way the score has went.
Gallic, NBA range 3, and he nailed it. Matt Gallic playing with 4 fouls. Maybe just 8 minutes and change left in his career at Carterville. First points in a while for the Lions. Timmerman on a bounce. Nick Pullman now. I think the Knights will pull it out, go for 1. And that's what Ron Shadig, in his second year at his high school alma mater, says, let's do that. He went and played at Panhandle State. Here's a 3 from Diders. Knights are feeling it, aren't they?
It's a machine tonight.
3 by Gallic as time expires is short. Mater Dei 8 minutes from a trip to Peoria. 54-27 Mater Dei. You're watching the Class 2A Super-Sectional on IHSA TV, part of the NFHS Network.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
I knew before it even left my hand. Why? Because every shot I take is the most important one of my life.
Of basketball left, and Mater Dei, the Knights from Breeze, 8 minutes away from playing Friday night at Carver Arena against Chicago Uplift.
A bad quarter for Carterville. That quarter's shooting 2 for 14 from the field. They were 1 of 7 from 2-point range and 1 of 7 from 3-point range.
And down 19 at half. Tires went backwards in that third quarter. They've got the ball. Matt Gallick to Watson. Now Will Gallick for Carterville. Moves around Hockey and Gerling and scores. Tough move by Will Gallick. He got it to go. 17 on the night for the 6'4 senior. He guards Hockey. Mater Dei, Lampy drives, gives it up to Tunyas. The only thing at this point, now Mater Dei turns it over. Swalls into the front court behind the back. Lost control. Only thing that can beat Mater Dei, should beat Mater Dei at this point, is Father Time.
Yeah.
Dribble drive, and Gallick ran into a wall.
Yep.
He ran into Mount Gerling.
Well, you can't blame him for challenging him. He needed to do that, and he went in and challenged the big man and drew the foul.
Gerling's third 15 foul on Mater Dei. Remember, in '96, they opened at State against Lawrenceville, won that game.
Yep.
And then beat Paxton Buckley Loda in the semifinals, and then lost to Shelbyville in the state title game.
So Bloomington Central Catholic, defending state champs, knocked out tonight by St. Teresa, 56-35.
A lot of people think St. Teresa is the odds-on in 2A. That Uplift Mater Dei game, if it stays this way, will be terrific. Ball kicked out of bounds. Well, we've lost a shoe back here. Mr. Pullman has come undone.
He played on.
He'll get that Columbia blue sneaker tied and laced up.
Tying your shoes is a simple thing unless you got to do it in front of a building full of people.
I'd have had to go to a knee and ask for help. Hockey will inbound, guarded by Gallick, right at the Mater Dei bench. Minute into this fourth quarter. Here's Ben Lampy to Zach Hockey. Pullman nearly taken away by Matt Gallick. Now Tunyas down low. Gurley spins from 8, left it short. A rebound taken out of there by Gavin James of Carterville. They push into the front court. Tunyas stole it. Saved it back to Will Gallick of Carterville. He uses a screen from James. Deep three, short. Rebound out of bounds off Hockey. The Lions will have it. Carterville on a 14-game winning streak. Last loss mid-January. Timeout taken by the Knights of Breeze Mater Dei. It is a full timeout. You're listening to IHSA TV. Part up.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle, but excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
We're back at the SIU Arena. Mike McManus, Danny Zerwinski with you. The IHSA Class 2A Super-Sectional, Carterville to inbound. Hey, to purchase a DVD keepsake copy of tonight's game, click on the blue, get the DVD button directly under your event, this game in the video player, or click on the Buy a DVD button on the top right-hand corner of the NFHS Network website. Lions inbound, down a bundle, stolen by Hockey, and Zach stepped on the sideline, couple of dribbles, gives the ball to Larry Barnett. Larry's been calling games in Southern Illinois, I think since Dr. Naismith said my work's finished. Watson finally gets a three. It's been a tough night. First points for Blake Watson of Carterville. Pullman into the front court. He lost the dribble. picked it up, and a foul on Mater Dei. It's Gallick. Matt Gallick.
And that's 5 on Gallick. He will foul out with 7 points and much frustration.
Yeah, really nice high school career. Matt Gallick, 6'1", their second leading scorer on the year, only behind his brother. Probably looking at, telling us either Illinois Wesleyan and Bloomington Normal or the Bears over at Wash U in St. Louis. Continue that basketball career, and obviously more importantly when you're bantering about Wash U and Illinois Wesleyan, it's about that classroom.
Yeah, I mean, he can handle it.
I think he's good to go. He and his brother each. Pullman got each free throw for Mater Dei. Each Gallick brother, as we told you earlier, perfect 36 ACT test scores. Blocked by Gerling, that shot of Will Gallick. Boy, if you're Scott Brzezinski and these young men out on the floor, there's not a more helpless feeling in the world than knowing this is it.
There's nothing you can do.
No, and there's not one thing you can do to get this thing turned around at this point.
It is what it is. Mater Dei's the better team, and sometimes you just tip your cap. And that's what Carterville will have to do tonight. Nothing to hang their heads about in a great season, but they just have to tip their caps. Mater Dei is impressing. They will join Chicago Uplift in the second semifinal in 2A. St. Teresa is in the top of the bracket in the afternoon. They'll play the winner of Elgin St. Edward and Taylor Rock Ridge.
Down low, Gerling missed the easy shot. Rebound, Gavin James of Carterville. Taylor Ridge, Rock Ridge, a young man who's headed to Wisconsin, I believe.
Yeah. There's some good teams going to be up in Peoria this weekend.
Good individual talent.
Yep.
Get your tickets. All gets underway noon Friday. Gallick fouled, count it. Langenhorst gave the old Alfred E. Newman, who me?
Yeah. Well, when you're up by 21, you can ask who me. It makes it a little bit easier. And it'll make for a shorter trip back to Clinton County for Mater Dei.
Gallick got the free throw. He's a nice player. 20 points for Will Gallick. Mater Dei just trying to grind off what's left of that play clock. Ahead to hockey. They try to lob down low to Gerling, and that's the night it's been right there.
Yep. They're going to lob that ball up, lob it up by the rim where only Gerling can get it. Don't throw it head high where everybody can touch it.
Fell right to Lampy, who now has 18 points on the night. And he has really come to life in this postseason for Mater Dei. Contested 3, Swalls won't go. Gerling with another board. Got to be piling up for Nolan Gerling tonight. 4:45 to go. Tunyas cuts into the paint, spins, flips it, missed it. Gavin James a rebound for Carterville.
So, 19 years apart, Mater Dei will win.
Darian Miller and a charge. Miller collided with Gerling. Gerling a little sheepish grin as he gets up.
And you think about it this year and the next year, if Mater Dei will move up to 3A because of their win tonight, if Carbondale beats Althoff on Friday, if Althoff advances, Althoff drops to 2A.
Yeah, if Althoff does not or does win the sectional, they stay put, correct?
Yes.
Lampy layup good for Mater Dei.
So there's some things to think about in Southern Illinois fans about Althoff and Mater Dei. Mater Dei will be 3A next year, and if Althoff loses Friday night to Carbondale, they bump back to 2. So you just trade next year with that talent Althoff.
Every 2A school in Southern Illinois is rooting for an Althoff victory Friday night. 3 from Gallick is off the mark. Another board for Gerling. All that's left to determine now, Mr. Zerwinski, is our final score. We're halfway through this fourth period in a quick-to-empty arena in Carbondale. Pullman to Timmerman. High post Lampy. He's had a terrific night. Now it's Nick Pullman for Mater Dei. Scott Brzezinski going to get into his bench. Ron Shattuck going to do the same. Ron Shattuck came home 2 years ago. There's a foul. Not sure what all that was about. Swalls got called for the foul. Nick Pullman will go to the line.
And the thing about Mater Dei that's impressed me, even though they're winning by a lot, doing these things, business approach.
Yep.
Not a lot of hoorah, not a lot of yakking, not a lot of high-fiving gestures. They're going about their business expecting to do this, expecting to be here.
There were a lot of people before the season began in November that thought maybe Nashville, maybe Mater Dei, maybe Breese Central. Well, when all three got put into the same regional, only one could come out. And once Mater Dei won that regional, the general consensus was they could make it to Peoria. Think back to 2011. Mater Dei, maybe outside of that 84 team that got beaten the Super here, maybe the best team Mater Dei has had, Danny, and they unfortunately were in a 3A regional with Centralia that went on to lose the state title in double overtime. They had to beat a 22-win Mount Vernon team just to get to the regional title. Lost that regional championship game by 5. Here's a deep three, Swalls that's long, and Hockey the rebound, under 3 minutes to play here at the arena. Lampe, layup, good.
Wow.
Count it, no foul. 22 for Lampe.
So play on at a 28-point deficit.
Watson the other way. James spins over Gerling. Tough shot, and he got it to go. That 11 team, had they been a 2A outfit then, and of course they had 3 losses that year as well as Central. So no guarantee, but they might have had a better road to go in 2A. Now, Coach Shattuck going to put a couple more subs in at the next dead balls. Mater Dei has deflated it. They've taken the air out with a little more than 2 minutes left in our night in Carbondale. The Mater Dei fans hoot and holler behind. The student section to our right, all up, standing on its feet. Carterville's season will end at 26-5. Mater Dei 25-10. They will have played 35 ball games. And they'll get Uplift on Friday night. Uplift Academy from Chicago won its Super tonight, beating Hales Franciscan. Ball poked out of bounds. And listen to this crowd. Danny, as the starters depart for Mater Dei.
A lot of celebration. Credit to Mater Dei. They have played very well. Carterville, nothing to hang their head about. A tremendous season, a return trip to the Super for the first time since 1987.
Jordan Campworth, Joseph Hyman, Blake Langenhorst, Peyton Becker. Essentially, you're looking at next year's Mater Dei starting 5.
Yeah.
Save Nick Pullman. Scott Brzezinski also into his bench. As Jake Turner, number 20, checks in. 13, Gavin Zimbro. Gallick comes off. Will Gallick for the final time. He'll check out with 20 points. Get a handshake from his head coach, and we put the ball back in play. Mater Dei and Uplift and St. Teresa. Do we know the 4? The final 4?
Waiting on the 4th. The other 4, Rockridge leads St. Edward in overtime by 3 with 33 seconds to go.
They had a close one down there, or up there tonight. DeKalb. Langenhorst. Up top, here's Joseph Hyman. 8-foot floater, won't go. They just bring more size off the bench. Ball out of bounds to Carterville. More subs. Brendan Beasley, Justin Parson-Nally, and Dylan Samuel into the lineup for the Lions. I'm telling you, the schedule, the Knights play, pays so many dividends.
You have to do that.
It's a nightmare to schedule as an independent, but you reap the rewards come this time of year. With it is Brendan Beasley for Carterville. Terrific year for the Lions. In the paint, Jake Turner. This is Blake Jackson. Back to Turner. Ball on the Carterville sideline. This is Parson Nally. And I think Carterville's thinking about just running it out.
I think they're content with ending it and letting things roll.
Nope.
Maybe they'll get a shot, but they're looking at running it.
Clock down to 15 seconds. Congratulations to Ron Shadig and his Mater Dei Knights. They are headed to Peoria. The Knights impressively over Carterville, 64-38 is your final. Dan Zerwinski, that was a 32-minute clinic put on by the young men from Clinton County, and for the first time in 19 years, they will be part of the finale at Carver Arena. They'll play Chicago Uplift. 25-10 are the Knights. I know when this group came into school at Mater Dei, having covered Breeze Mater Dei, I can tell you, the goal when they were freshmen, it's finally been realized as they go into their student section and they are mobbed by their students.
And the students running down the bleachers will be joined. It's a great scene. Everybody gets together. To the left, the students from Carterville walk out to meet their Lions and give them support as well. And Mater Dei will move on to Peoria.
And they'll do so in emphatic style here tonight. We'll await for the Knights to collect their Super-Sectional hardware before saying goodnight to you. And Nolan Gerling and all those seniors head to center court. There they are, folks. They're headed to the Final Four. The Knights of Breeze Mater Dei winning this evening 64-38 over Carterville to claim the Carbondale Class 2A Super-Sectional from the SIU Arena. From our broadcast partner, Danny Zerwinski, this is Mike McManus saying thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You've been watching the Class 2A Super-Sectional on IHSA TV, part of the NFHS Network. Good night from Carbondale.